A solemn and emotional day in Israel as the country marks 1 year since Hamas terrorists savagely murdered 1,200 Israelis and took more than 200 hostage. 100 are still believed to be in captivity. The brutal attack started a counteroffensive with Hamas in Gaza, with Hezbollah in Lebanon. It drew in the Houthis in Yemen and Iran. The region and its people forever changed. A poignant sunrise ceremony in the grounds of the Nova Music Festival where 364 men and women were killed, coming as Israel is under fresh attack from Hamas and Hezbollah rockets. With no end to the fighting in Gaza and Lebanon, the devastation and the innocents caught in the middle forced to flee the conflict. Across this country, the Jewish community holding vigils and noting the anti-Semitism unleashed around the world. We begin our coverage of this dark day with CTV's Heather Wright in Israel. Heather.
Sandy, people across Israel paused today to remember and to mourn the worst attack on this country in its history.
At 6:29 a.m., a DJ put on the last song that was played at the Nova Music Festival 1 year ago. Seconds later, it stops, marking the moment Hamas fighters stormed into Israel and began their rampage. Of the 1,200 people killed that day, authorities say 365 were killed here at a party for peace. Today they were mourned and remembered.
This is where she was. This is where she was happy in the last her moments. It was here.
Memorials were held across Israel today filled with grief as well as anger. Hundreds marched outside Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's Jerusalem residence. Many angry over the escalating conflict and worried about the fate of the hostages still being held in Gaza.
A nightmare that we are living it. Shiri's wife.
Alfrey Bibas's brother, sister-in-law Shiri, and nephews Ariel and Kafir Bibas were kidnapped on October 7th. The boys are the youngest held in Gaza. Hamas claims Shiri and her sons were killed. Israel refutes the claim. The family remains hopeful, but fearful.
I'm really worried that the focus is now up north and that they are being sacrificed over there or something.
The anniversary marks 12 months of profound grief and trauma in both Israel and Gaza, where the death toll is now more than 40,000 according to the Palestinian Health Ministry. While Hamas has been degraded, they have not been defeated. Several rockets were fired at Tel Aviv today. And as Israel conducts fresh operations in northern Gaza, people are once again being told to leave. We don't know where to go, Rawa Abu Jamia says. We couldn't find a safe place. Nowhere in Gaza is safe. Sarah Davies is with the International Committee of the Red Cross and is in Rafah, where thousands are living day by day in makeshift tents.
To be very honest, people here don't have the luxury of thinking about the future right now because they're surviving every hour or every day or every week.
Many Israelis, too, feel stuck on October 7th, 2023, unable to move forward, demanding an end to the conflict.
Stop this war. I want my cousin back.
There are growing calls here for accountability from the government for failing to prevent the attacks of October 7th and for not intervening quickly enough during the rampage. Israel's prime minister has rejected those calls, saying an investigation cannot take place until the war is over. Sandy.
CTV's Heather Wright.